EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the northeastern coast of New Zealand and Tara Iti Golf Club, live second-round coverage of the Kiwi Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. On top is Matt Fitzpatrick. He's at 9 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer hoping to make a move here, 6 shots off the pace. Yeah, that's a beauty there to get this second round underway. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. Oh, off the flagstick. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. Iona Stephen is at the first green. This for birdie.
Yeah, this is the sort of putt you hope to find on the course. I think you can say it's dead straight, mostly flat. Want to have a good run at it.
Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll stay at -3. Now to the second at 173 yards. It doesn't take long to notice the distinguishing aspect to this hole. It is that pot bunker a la the 6th at Riviera, rather inconveniently situated in the back center portion of the green. And that will not quite be able to stay on the green. It's just a foot or so off. Clean lie here for his second to the par 3. this from about 10 feet. Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. Yeah, that's a good putt, though it is for bogey here at the second. And that's going to drop him to 2 under. On to the third at 446 yards. On a clear day, you feel like you could see all the way to South America. But when the clouds and fog shroud the barrier islands beyond, it's like something out of an adventure movie. As for the hole itself, beware that any shot that hugs the left side of the fairway could leave you with a blind approach over a large mound. Good shot coming off bogey at the second. That's going to be in the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
The touch, excellent there from behind the green, and that one goes down for an unlikely birdie. Now to Tara Edie's fourth. This is one you look forward to. A par 4 at just 340 yards. Off the tee, you'll need to avoid a small, sandy, brush-filled area in the middle of the fairway. But if you do, you'll have a better-than-average chance of getting something close to or even on this sloped green. All right, in the fairway. Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. Now this for birdie.
Yeah, it's an easy one to underread. There's going to be a lot of break in this from left to right as it gets nearer the hole.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he'll stay right where he is. Up next, a par 5 as we reach the 5th hole. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well.
With that breeze coming off the left, that was an excellent tee shot. Held it up against the breeze.
Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Call it 27 feet remaining here. This for an eagle. That would have been a good one to convert on. Instead, that'll be left for birdie. So now eyeing this one for birdie. Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. And after opening with a 68, he'll move to 1 under for his round here. 6th hole up next. It is a par 4. That one flirting with the left edge of the fairway. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Down on the course, let's check in with Notah Begay III.
He's got 141 to the hole, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
Got to at least try to cozy it in that 3-foot circle. This for birdie. Just 5 feet left. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll remain at 4 under. On to the 7th. Now the par 4 needs a good tee shot. No laying up with that swing. This is all or nothing. Not your standard approach here. This is second from behind the green. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he moves to 2 under for his round and -5 overall. Up next, we get a look here at the par 4 8th. No issues here. That is into the fairway. A little over 80 yards here as he gets set for his second.
Yeah, really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still, one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Now this Notah for birdie.
And he is in an ideal spot, just below the hole. I don't see any movement at all.
Not quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he'll stay at 5 under. One more par 4 to get through on this front side as we come to the par 4 ninth. This breeze going to push this toward the right. As picturesque as they come, that is right down the middle. "93 yards is the number as he sets for his second.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
This a little under 10 feet for birdie. Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that's going to be a 3 under 33 on this front side. Hole number 10 as we get set for the back 9. Okay, a little local knowledge there. He gets that ball to work back onto the green. And now a birdie putt coming up. Now this, for birdie at 10.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Nope.
Yeah, that was maybe a little overcautious. I bet he'd like that one again.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. A par 5 coming up next as we reach the 11th hole. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Definitely within range of getting home in two. This his second. That one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
The speed was right what you want, but the eagle putt doesn't go down. You bet, a birdie here at the 11th. And he'll get it now to 4 under par. Just 2 shots off the lead. Getting set for the 12th hole. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. From the fairway nota, this his second.
150 left to the hole. Have to calculate the wind coming from right to left.
And that's a good approach shot too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
He'll have 17 feet on this putt. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he'll move to within a shot of the lead at 5 under par. Thirteenth hole coming up. It is a par 4. Well, that's on a pretty good line so far. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he moves to within a shot of the lead at 6 under now for the tournament. Starting the 14th hole. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second.
Shame, good opportunity, but that ball just sailed on by.
Now this for another birdie.
And this certainly would be a bonus if it goes in. You just need to make sure you get it there and give yourself a chance. Never up, never in.
Okay, not a bad effort. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he's going to remain one shot off the pace. And getting set to tee off on this par 3. That one safely on the putting surface. This one of the longest putts you can have on a golf course, though it is for birdie. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll remain one shot back. 3 holes remain as we come to the par 4 16. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. Chance now for another birdie. Poor roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And he's going to move to within a shot of the lead now at 7 under par. On the 17th hole, ready to play. Okay, safely aboard. Gonna have to be a little careful with this one. It's for birdie. Talk about electrifying this crowd. How about that one? A bomb for birdie at 17. And he'll move to 11 under par. Our final hole here, a long one as we close out the round with the par 5 18. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Knocked this one in, and that will have been a perfectly played hole with 2 superb shots to this point. Yes, a great putt there. It's in for eagle at 18. So for our featured golfer, fine work here on this Thursday and Friday. We're going to take a one-shot lead into the weekend.
So often we're looking for the big leads, Rich, 5, 6, 7, perhaps even 8 shots. But in the end, we know that whoever picks up the trophy, it only has to be one. So compelling next 2 days.
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.